First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
At the 35-yard line.
Ready, get ready, 8, 20. Let's get there.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And he goes out right around the 39. 9 yards on the pickup that time, so he got more than half of it back, but it's still a 3rd and 8.
Get nowhere. Going nowhere. Ready, 8.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. He'll be back at the 36. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Newton now to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To throw is Ryan. Buying time to his left. That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards, well struck. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A huge play there on the screen pass. 43 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Here's McCaffrey. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Newton. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Well, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. A About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
I got one. 58.
Throwing again. Ryan. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Dante Jackson picks it, and he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Sliding out of the pocket. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Gets it off to Freeman. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And finding the tight end, Hooper. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Ryan. Complete to Jones. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. Touchdown, Falcons. Russell Gage, 35 yards. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
And especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. From the 29, Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Now Newton. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Now Newton on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again. Newton nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taking it about the 16. 51 yards on the punt there. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something that feels somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
So don't say nothing.
Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
Here we go. 20. Watch it.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and 11.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's brought down. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
First and goal, Carolina.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Second down and goal. Newton.
Now that was a terrific.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked out by DeMonte Casey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
52 right here. I got one.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Kill. 20.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. They will go for it. Now Newton. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Freeman again. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They run. Devontae Freeman. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second and inches, Ryan. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Dontari Poe marches in for the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So the sack pushes him back, and now third and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
You remember me? Let's go, baby. Hey, Haywood. Mike 5-4. Check pass.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 19. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, Didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. Freeman a first down and more. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Great. 52. Watch 52. 52's the mic. Hey, tighten down.
On 1st down, it's Newton. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's going to get a good gain of 9.
Going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. The Panthers going for it on 4th. Newton. And that's complete to McCaffrey. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Jones has it. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Dontari Poe, his 2nd sack of the night. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here's Ryan. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. McCaffrey on the counter. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here. McCaffrey trying to escape, but he cannot. They get him in the end zone, and that's a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a two-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation because now they're going to have to look back, and ultimately that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.
Come on, fellas.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Always, hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a live one and now you still have an opportunity? That's why they like to use them all the way through.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.